Hello everyone, hello, hope you're doing okay. Chocolo here for another live review. It's the Pocky review special, yes. Some of you might not know what Pocky is, but you probably, if you've heard of Mikado, you'll probably know exactly what they are, and that's basically it. I think Mikado is possibly the UK brand or the UK name of Pocky, essentially. It's a Japanese company, and they make basically sticks of joy, I guess you would say. Yeah, so essentially, if you think of like a sort of biscuit stick with a bit of chocolate on 2/3 of it, 3/4 of it maybe. That's basically the gist of it. So yeah, very nice really. And as I said, there's thousands of flavours. In the UK, I think we get maybe one or two from Mikado really, and they're quite bland. Basically, I think Mikado in the UK is a sort of under licensed or whatever from Mondelez. So they kind of do very typical Mondelez stuff. Mikado with Dame or Dime. Or Dime, I don't want to say Dame. And other things are just general ones, I think. I mean, there's another company called Pepero or something like that. I'm not sure if they're related to them in any way, shape, or form. They might be. But yeah, I'm not sure. But I see them in B&M. They seem to be the same sort of thing as well. And hi there, Alan. How's it going today? Oh, we've got Maltesers today. Not too bad. Have you had the dark chocolate ones yet, Alan? What did you think of? So, but yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you? How are you doing today? Hope you're doing okay. Yes, glad it's the weekend. It was a weird week this week. Lots of, I don't know, things were just, I was just basically not having much sleep at night. I don't know, catching burglars in the night. I think I had some random, I don't know, kids trying to break into houses around my house and stuff like that. So that kept me up half the night one night as well, calling the police and stuff. So I had that all going on. Then work was busy, then my computer didn't work for work and stuff like that. So I had to mess about with that. It's been a very fraught week basically. So I didn't. I was hoping to get a review out yesterday, but I didn't manage to do it. So it's been one of those weeks. But there we go. Yeah, it was a bit. Yeah, it was a bit like that. Yes, it was a bit. Yeah, been a lot going on this week. Been a bit of a hectic one, but got there in the end. Oh, how are you doing, Andrew? Hope you're doing great. Great to see you, by the way. Hope you're doing all right. And I got the After Eights, by the way. I've got them just over there. I can't reach them, unfortunately, but I've got the After Eight selection. So, yes. I wasn't overly impressed with dark chocolate ones. So, viewer spot. Oh, thank you so much, Alan. Yeah, it's a shame. They weren't horrible or anything, but yeah, they were just nothing, weren't they? They just weren't really anything, Yeah, it's a shame. It's a good idea. I'm glad they did it, but yeah, I don't know. It just, yeah, as you say, just nothing. I don't feel any need to ever have them again, really, Every weekend is more relaxed after your hectic week. Yes, fingers crossed, yeah. I'm trying to transfer all my old, I've got lots of old VHS videos. I'm trying to transfer them onto digital at the moment as well, so that's taking a bit of my time as well, trying to do all that, it's all old family recordings and stuff like this, so yeah. So that's taking my time as well. So I hope you're having a good relaxing one as well, and I hope you are too. I was in a card shop. Oh, hang on, yes. Oh, has it changed? I was in a card shop this week and I noticed Mondelez are selling Toblerones and dare milk bars with a message on like "Happy Birthday" and "Mum," etc. Okay, I didn't see that. Right, I've not seen those. Yeah, that's interesting. You seem to have done a few things with card type things, haven't they, Cadbury of late? Did that weird box of selections where you could actually send it as a present through the post and stuff like that. Interesting. Yeah, the comforting malty hug just wasn't there. I know that was it. I think when you can't taste the malt in the Malteser part, that's when you know you've gone wrong, don't you? Really. I think that was, I'm all for having a dark chocolate Malteser, but if you can't taste the Malteser part, I don't see the point really. Yeah, so obviously if you have a dark chocolate bar with crunchy bits in, I'm quite in favour of that generally, and it's not. But in this case, it just wasn't really one thing or another. So yeah, I'm just wondering whether if a really weaker dark chocolate would have worked, or whether it'd still be the same difference. I don't know. I don't know what the threshold is really. So, but I think that's how they should have gone. It's a shame actually, because you would have said having a really high percentage cocoa dark chocolate would be actually a commendable thing to do, but yeah, didn't work. But just the demo bars, just using 110-gram demo bars. Okay, they've just basically put like a message on, have they? Found in pound shops with a paper sleeve with a message on there. They're charging a $5 for a bar. Right, goodness me. Well, it's one way to do it, isn't it? I mean, just repackage something, and they do that quite. So I think, unfortunately, they put. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I was going to say there are collectors out there who will buy the different wrappers and things, but not going to buy them more than once, are they? So I don't think there's millions of them out there. So I was going to say maybe they're taking advantage of that, but yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, as you say, a bit of a con, really, isn't it? But it's one way to do it. I noticed Tofifi were doing lots of limited, best special edition wrappings as well, wrappers, some of their products. It's just the same thing underneath, just a different wrapper. So yeah, but it's a bit crazy that. It's a bit crazy, but yeah. So 110 gram bar of dairy milk is a pound. 110 gram of dairy milk with a proper paper sleeve and happy birthday on it. It's £5. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's that gift thing, isn't it? It's the gift conundrum again, Andrew. You know, we're talking about with like boxes of chocolates, you know, chocolate selections, and you know, particularly things like Hotel Chocolat and stuff like that. You know, if you're buying it for a gift for someone, you tend to think, well, you know, if it was only a pound, it wouldn't really be something I could buy as a gift for someone. But if it's £5, then you think, well, I can buy it as a gift for someone then, and it works. You know what I mean? And I think that's probably what it is as well. Unfortunately, it's that weird psychological gift purchasing thing, whereas they have to, you know, charge more prices. I was mentioning it before when I was talking about non-alcoholic cocktails in these cocktail bars, and the way they still charge full price for them, even though it doesn't have the alcohol, which is the expensive part. But people don't associate it with the same thing. You know, part of the experience is paying the money for it, and if it doesn't cost £9 or whatever, then they won't think it's the same thing. So it's a bizarre thing. Well, this is very true. You're probably best off getting them a card and a box of chocolates. Yeah. Well, this is it. That would be a bit more special, wouldn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I think you're right there. Oh dear. Well, whether they'll sell or not, I don't know. But I mean, you never know. They could be on some crazy, you know, money-making scheme. But I can't see people spending that much. But I don't know. I guess everyone has birthdays, don't they? But even so, yeah, crackers really. £5 as well. You know, it's a lot of money. Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to know whether they sell or not, but of course we'll never know, will we? So, but maybe it's just them just getting rid of a load of old stock as well. Maybe so. Maybe it's a win-win for them. They don't have to worry about it particularly because it's just a limited run. They've just got to get rid of a load of old bars. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Right, yeah, so we've got some good ones going on here. So as I said, we've got basically Rick got these regular reviewer Rick. You might have seen him a few times. He lives in Korea, so basically gets access to sort of all sorts of Far Eastern wonders, and Pocky's one of them basically. So send me a load of them. We get some sort of Korean alternatives as well, but they do look very nice. We've got the original ones. We'll go for these first. You can see these in the put a note on Japanese stick snacks. So we do have the original ones there. You can see in the top left. This is them. So I might take Rick's label off. So thanks so much, Rick, if you're watching, by the way. He's probably I think it's like 1 a.m. his time now, so probably won't be here. I'll still out partying or something like that, one or the other. But there we go. So you can see he's got this sort of funny thing where you can actually collapse it into like a strange stand affair going on. It doesn't. I mean, it does. I've tried it. It does kind of work. We did this with one of the other ones we had when we did the Korean special. I think Korean Japan special. I think there must have been another one I reviewed in that part there. But it does look very nice. I mean, I say these are the regular ones. There are some more extravagant ones, but we'll start with the regular ones. We have to have a baseline, don't we? See, they just says chocolate, of course, and there's lots of I think there's actually Korean on there, actually. I don't think that's Japanese, but I could be wrong. I'm no expert by any means. But there we go. Yeah, we can see 50% there, so it's 50%. But yeah, so quite an interesting one. So as I said, I don't think might be able to get some calorie information on there actually. Possibly, make of that what you will. 225 calories for 46 gram box. There we go. Possibly 30 grams of fat, possibly 15 of which are saturates. There we are. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It does look very nice. I mean, I do like these. I'd say Mikado if you have them in the UK. Those Pepero ones maybe as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to mention before. There is something on the side there, but I can't quite make that out. Want something to. I think that's a step to opening the box actually. I think. But anyway. Right, so we'll try giving it an opening. I don't know if will I move down? I don't know. We could try doing the weird stand thing. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe we'll try for one, but we can clearly see we can open it at the top here. I assume that's the main thing to do is to open the things, but I could be wrong. I can't even open. Well, I mean, I'm not even getting this. Right, there we go. So they'll come in a little paper bag, of course, as well. It does, so you can see, it's quite nice actually, but you can see here, I don't know, the paper bag kind of is a lot, you know, I can feel it's not really full to the top of this paper bag. There's some gappage there going on back here. So yeah, but, you know, where it goes, I guess. So there we go, got some kind of instructions there on what to do. Okay, I mean, I don't know. As I said, I tried doing all this. It was very, I don't know. I think you kind of squeeze it together, basically. But as I say, it's a bit. Well, there we go. Hang on. Something's happening. There we go. Squeeze it together, perhaps. I think that's it. Oh, there's some tabs as well at the bottom. Okay. some like sort of legs at the bottom. I think you might meant to maybe peel them out. I'm not sure. I don't really know. I mean, it should be straightforward. It probably is, but anyway, you can see you're meant to end up with that. So it's like a sort of display at the bottom, or displayed out bit at the bottom. So maybe if I pull them out, maybe. I don't know. It's not. I don't know if there's any point to this really, is there? I mean, you can imagine that brings into some kind of stand going on, and you could kind of stand it up on your plates, I guess. But it's possibly more trouble than it's worth. I don't know, but it's interesting. You can do it, and you would end up with some kind of stand like that, and you could just pinch them out and eat them. But we won't. I don't think we'll worry about that too. I did manage it last time, but not this time. I just don't put the other camera on. Why not? It's probably easier then. I can show you them, me opening them a bit easier. There we go. So see them down there. So I was quite a fan of these ones. The Papiro ones I've always wanted to get, and I should have perhaps got them for this one really, but I didn't want to have too much to review. Also regular Ricardos as well. You can see, there we go. So there's quite a few in here. We'll pour them all out. It's a nice smell actually. Yeah, there's a nice smell. Could be a Blue Peter presenter. Tracy Island, that's what it is, yes. Honestly. Imagine that, imagine me, I can barely even. Goodness me, yeah, that's my second. Well, yeah, that's it. If the channel doesn't work out, find me on Blue Peter. There we go. I mean, yeah. Oh dear. I mean, less said about that, the better, I think. But there we go. Anyway. All right, there we go. Well, thanks, Alan. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Thank you. So they look very nice, these, don't you? Actually, look at these. They look very good indeed. Now, you can see some of the sticks you can see the problem with some of the sticks have broken off the bottom of these. It doesn't really matter, but it is something to be aware of. You should see how many there are in here. You can see lots of sticks actually broken off at the bottom. This obviously seems to be a thing. Just see how many we've got. I'll just divide them into groups of 5. Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, about 4 at least where the bottoms have come off them. So yeah, all right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 22 we've got there, so it's not too bad. Then we can see all 22 there. And there's 2 extra at the top, which you might be able to see. There we go, just about. There we go. Remember Ricardo coming out in the UK about 10 years ago and being marketed as a sort of exotic snack from afar by Mondelez. But we never got the excited for that. I know, it's a shame that, isn't it? I know we really didn't. I don't understand that either, why I didn't get those. Because they've got some of them here, actually, some of the nice flavours. They're not too exotic, but they are definitely nice. So starting off with the basic one. But yeah, yet to see a single glowing review of the Dark Maltesers too. Everyone just saying it's too dark with the sensor. Yeah, real shame that, real shame. I'm glad they did it, but I feel like they just not really thought. I mean, they've just thought, well, we'll do a strong dark chocolate, but not really tasted it. I don't know. I think they've just not really considered what makes a Malteser. The white UK Micados were the nicest ones I tried. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had them. I've seen those Papiro ones, which are kind of like a cookies and cream one, but yeah, no, I've not tried those. That's a shame. So I don't think I've got them here either. I think I have, yeah. All right, so let's have a look at. This is like a bit of a magic wand affair going on. I mean, I don't know if I was a kid, I could pretend to be Harry Potter or something like that. Quite easy. I think I'd be easily pleased. That's certainly something I would do anyway. I don't know if kids these days with all the phones and stuff. But, no, it might just be. Yeah, I think we can just about measure it on the calipers. Let's just check it was on 0. There we go. Okay. All right. So I don't know how to. All right. Let's have a look. See if I can get it quite a bit difficult because it's so thin. I'll use a ruler really, to be honest with you. Trying to be all clever, but about 13.6, maybe take off a millimetre, maybe. No, about 30.6, 30.7. That's about straight. I can't really show you. Oh, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Not bad. Just about did it. 13.7 there, pretty much. I'll do the width as well for the. There's much to be gleaned from that, but there we go. There's a width. It's about 5 millimetres. We'll do it on the stick as well. About 4. There we go. Not too bad. Bit of a nibble at the top there as well, you can see, but a nobble rather. But yeah, not too bad. All right, well, if it is, yeah, I'd say quite a straightforward one. These ones to show you really. I don't think there's much point snapping off. I'll bite it, of course, but you can clearly see it's just a chocolate-covered stick. Yeah, definitely make the white Micados anymore, right? Okay, I remember Mondelez doing them under the Lou biscuit brand at the start, but not sure if they still do. Yeah, I mean, they do all sorts in Japan and under obviously Pocky, but whether, yeah, I've certainly never seen them. They just do Dime, don't you know? I think, which is a bit of a shame, really, that they don't. But yeah, never do anything complicated, basically, do it. It's a shame, really. All right, let's give this a taste. As I say, it seems to be quite a strong dark chocolate, or it seems to be a strong, well, it seems to be our dark chocolate. I don't know if it's specifically say. That could be the 50% there, maybe. Could be. But there is a 25% afterwards, so no idea. Can't really tell, unfortunately, but let's give it a go. Let's give it a try. They're not quite basic. I mean, you're not getting ridiculous amounts more other than just a sort of chocolate-covered biscuit here. But it actually is very nice. You know, quite moreish. It's quite nice as well. I quite like that design on the stick at the bottom. Don't know how it's happened, but there is one there. And of course, the good thing about these is, not only can you sort of play with them, you could do a sort of Darth Maul dual lightsaber as well if you wanted to. But I mean, technically, if you do have figures, you could fit in the hands of these ones. I think, you know, have these sort of chocolate lightsabers. But yeah, I think I was a Jedi. That'd be my lightsaber, a chocolate one. But you can nibble them both at the same time. I'll have more than one. So of course it does big up the chocolate flavour and things, make the experience a bit better. They're very moist, they're very nice actually. I don't think they're going to blow your socks off, these ones, because they are just sort of straight chocolate. It's more like it's not a very strong dark chocolate, I would say. I'd be guessing, you know, about 40% or something like that. I think that's would be my guess. I'm not, no, you know, not too sure, but they're very nice actually, very nice. You can imagine sort of swirling them in a drink as well, hot drink. They're quite moreish, really, and easy to eat, just like a little nice snack. And I can see why they have this design at the bottom, or this sort of display, you know, so when you're with friends and things, you just put them on the table. I think it does lend itself to that, because they're not quite as elegant when just put on a plate or whatever, you know what I mean? So it is good, if you can get the hang of that. I'm sure there's a way to do it better than I did. I think you're probably meant to, well, I don't have no idea what you're meant to do. I mean, I couldn't work it out, but I'm sure there's... I'm sure there's a way to do it. Maybe you, or maybe you, maybe not meant to. I don't know. I don't know. I can't work it out. Anyway, I'm sure there's easy ways of doing it. But I quite like these actually. They're very moreish though. They're very moreish, but they're very bland though, I guess you'd say. They're quite straightforward. They're not too exciting. You know, they are quite middle of the road, but it's just the quite the ease of accessibility of them, and the way they're just quite moreish. It's a shame that the sort of sticks snap a bit on some of them. You know, it is kind of the gimmick. You know, where they're meant to be sort of et from the top like that when displayed like this. Obviously, if the stick's snapped off it, it's a bit of a shame. You know, you're not really meant to pour them out and things. So, you know, there's a weak point there. But I think for me, generally not too bad. I think they're quite average. I think just for the experience and the you know, the way they're just nice to nibble, I think I'll give them an extra half mark. And I think it's a 3.5 out of 5 there, I think. Pretty nice though, quite interesting. Nice. Is it pretzel biscuit? I think it's similar, Alan, but it's not quite the same, really, is the gist of it. It's kind of it just tastes more, there's no saltiness to it or anything like that, you know. I guess it's, I don't really know what it tastes like, to be honest with you. It doesn't come across, it's similar in a way, but it's not the same, if you know what I mean. It doesn't feel like it's not got that coating. I think pretzel's got that sort of coating, hasn't it, you know, as whatever it is. Whereas these ones don't have that, basically. So I guess the sort of middle is the same, but they don't have the outer sort of saltiness or what have you. So, but not a million miles away. It does have the same crunch, basically. Hi there, Rick. Hi there. Yes, this is Rick who sent them to me. Thanks so much, Rick. Thank you so much. We tried to get the display correct, but it didn't quite work out. Yes, Pepera. Yes, so yes, that's it. Well, Mikado as well as the other name for them. But yeah, Pepera. I should have bought a couple. I was in B&M today. I should have bought some of the Pepera ones, but there we go. How's London Bridge? Honestly, God, yes, all fine, of course. Yes, of course. Oh, isn't London Bridge now in the US or something like that? I've no idea. There's some kind of weird thing going on, isn't it? But yeah. Nobody ever folded the box there. No, I don't think. I mean, I like the idea of it, but I can't. Yeah, I couldn't quite work it out, and it's probably just not worth the bother, really. But I think it's quite nice. I could imagine it being a good experience having been eaten that way. But as you say, it's not really much of a complexity, is it? To to just eat them normally. They do look very nice. I say they do. Yeah, we don't get any extravagant flavors in the UK. It's a real shame. We just get basically this one, and maybe a couple of others based around sort of dime bars and things. But yeah, you're the first I've ever seen try. Well, this is. I was gonna say when in Rome, do as the Romans do, but I guess it doesn't actually. They don't even bother, do they? So yeah, I don't know in Korea or Japan. But yeah, I mean, I had to give it a go. I did it better the last time, didn't I? I don't know which one I opened last time, Rick, but whichever one I did last time, I'm sure it worked a bit better. So yeah. All right, well let's have a look. We've got this strawberry one next. Yes. Look at this. This looks very. This is more like it, isn't it? I mean, look at that. It says rich taste, rich strawberry. There we go. There we go. Yes. So very nice. So clearly strawberry. I think you'd say. I think there's definitely some indications there. And you can see we can do the old technique as well. Oh dear. I mean, you know. There's like a little message there as well. There's that lady's reading a message of some kind. There's some joke or something that we've not seen. But a cup of tea as well. Can I have it with a cup of tea? Not too bad. So yeah, so you can see the calories are probably on the side here, I think, again. So is it on there? Actually, yeah, 200 calories per 41 grams. I possibly think that's 29 grams of fat, 16 of which are saturates, but I'm not too sure. Looks a good safe guess. So 41 gram box, is it the same as this one? Was this 41 grams as well? This one was 46 grams actually, so they're giving you less. They've done the same thing again where they give you less for one of these special flavours. They tend to do that quite a lot really with in the UK. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, well, I said that. Yeah, just looking at some of the others in advance just to just have a look. Possibly one of the others. I guess it depends if it's a smooth one or not. But there we go. So Papiro's in their career as well, is it? So I thought that was. I wasn't sure what Papiro was actually. Is that a rival brand or is it the same company or what? What's the where does Papiro fit into it? Papiro Day, November the 11th. 11 to represent that stick shape. Okay, right. That's interesting. Is Papiro Korean then? Yes. We've got 5 grams. I know. Yeah, I know. I have to complain. I have to send some complaint there, Rick. But did he really Papiro? So it's Papiro Korean then? Because we do have. I've seen Papiro in the UK, and Mikado as well, which is the UK branding of Pocky. But I'm not seeing actually Pocky over here. All right, so let's have another try then, shall we? Let's have a see. So it looks very interesting, this one. This definitely looks. So of course you're going to mix and match all these as well, so that's pretty good. So there's lots of. I noticed it's a bit difficult to rip it off perfectly since we've lots of cardboard stayed behind. Okay. Shall have another attempt, just one last attempt at trying to get this right. I think the first one is to squeeze. Okay, there we go. So we squeezed it. And then what happens after that? I have no clue. It seems to be that there should be some tabs, but hang on, there's some kind of rip there. I don't know if okay, something going on. Okay, all right, okay, maybe there's something here. Maybe that's it. All right, there we go. That's giving it the base. Okay, there we go. So there you are. So I think that's our display stand. There we go. Okay, just knock the camera out. All right, so it's not too stable. I think that's probably why it's not really even worth bothering doing. But there we go. I think that's the gist of it. I think maybe you meant to actually. Oh, there we go. Hang on. There we go. Maybe. Okay. Okay, there we go, Rick. There we go. How about that? I think we might have done it. I think that's it. It's still a bit wobbly, to be honest with you, but of course the plate wouldn't never be held in the air like this. So there we go. Oh dear. Okay, don't know if it was worth it, but there we are. That's a Korean word. Okay, so Papiro's the Korean version then. Alright, I didn't realise that. Well, that explains it. Yeah. But Lottie makes it. Okay, right. Just give up folding. I think it wasn't really worth it, I don't think, was it? I mean, as display ways of eating it go, I don't think it's not, I mean, I'm glad it's there, I guess, but there we go. Papiro is spelled like this in Korean. Okay. Is that pep, and then arrow, is it, presumably? Possibly. The two first symbols are the same anyway. Maybe it's yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. There we go. So we've got this new wrap as well. Looks very nice. This one on the inside, nice and pink. We've got some other shenanigans going on there. I don't know what that's about. Another way to eat it, maybe. I don't know. Goodness me. Okay, right. Let's give these an open then. I'll put the old other camera on. Let's have a look. Okay, there we go. This box out of the way. All right. So I think we had 22 in the other one, so we'll see how many we've got in this one. These ones seem to have full. It's a nice, nice strawberry smell coming from them. It's like a strawberry yogurt smell. You know, that kind of smell, but I guess that makes sense. So I had a few casualties here. You can see there's not just the bottom, but they've snapped halfway through. Does seem to be, I guess it's not the end of the world, but something to consider. Okay, there we go. Yes, yeah, a few casualties here. All right, so let's see how many we've got. We seem to have noticeably fewer in this one, that's for sure. But let's have a look. Yeah, so 15. So basically got 15, 16, 17. Well, I don't know if you count that, right? Yeah. That's a bit. What's happened there? Just got the. I think one must have had the top broken off. There you go. Perhaps that one. Okay, so if you can see this, I'll try and move them so you can see them on the camera. Top's broken off one. There we go. Yeah, so 5, 10, 15. So basically 17 as opposed to 20, so 5 less. So 5 less, 5 fewer. So a bit of a con that just for the special flavouring. I mean, you know, as I say, a bit of a con. Yeah, the first two sound the same. Okay, yes. So they look the same, so I assume they would. The Pockies are slimmer than the Lottie ones. Oh, okay, right. Okay, interesting. Oh, I wish I kind of got the Papiro ones now. Yes. Did you finish my Optimus? Well, I'm not started yet, Rick. I meant to, but I didn't start it in the end. I'm going to try to do it later tonight, actually. So, yeah, I'm going to start it today. I wanted to do some cleaning before I did it, and I didn't get around to the cleaning. So, yeah. Well, hi there, Joe. How's it going today for you? Hope you're doing all right. Yes, do you have things like this in Brazil? Basically, there's a few names for them: Papiro, Pocky, or Mikado. Not sure which one. If any, you'd have. Oh, and happy Saturday. Yes, thanks so much, Joe. Thanks so much. Great to see you. How's things going for you today? Hope you're doing all right. Well, shall we give these a measure? We're probably exactly the same as your ones. I imagine they almost certainly will be, but why not? Not difficult to measure, though, that's to be said. I'll just check it was on 0. Yes, it was. Was it 16.7? I think we had last time. 16.67. Did it quite well last time. I don't think I'll be able to do it that well again. There you go. Seems to be different actually, was it? 13.5 this time. So I don't know if they're a different size than the other ones. Where did I put them? No, down there. I've lost them already. I don't know if they're a different size. We'll grab one out. They shouldn't be, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Well, 13.5 this time anyway. So there we go. So the other ones must have been just a slight bit. I think the one I had was a bit of a knobble on the end. Yeah, maybe they were 13.7. Probably were, yeah. So okay, that explains it. All right. Okay, and a quick measurement on the side as well. Let's have a look. The width, a bit wider. This one's 5.4. Thick around 3.8. Seems to be a slight variant, but 0.6. Can just depend on where you do it. I guess not quite round perfectly. I don't think is the gist of it. If you put the Papiro in the box, well, you do the box trick, do you, Rick? Is that what you're trying to say? Well, you didn't do that, yes. Oh, yes, doing well. Oh, good to hear. Yes, not too bad. Just saying before, Joe, it's been a hectic week. Had all sorts going on. Work was a pain. My PC was not working. Had various, I don't know, hooligans trying to rob places around down the street and so that's so phoning the police and things. All sorts of shenanigans going on. Yeah, I wasn't sleeping too well because I was going to bed too late and things like that happening in the middle of the night and stuff. So it's been a bit of a hectic week, but got there in the end. Well, I did mean to have a review out yesterday, but I just didn't get round to it. Yeah, so one of those, but I'll get it done for Monday, I think now. As far as I know, we have one version of these guys, a salty product from Elmer Chips. Okay, right, sounds like another company exactly. Yeah, I see a salty one as well. Interesting. Yes. Ah, right, you think, oh, okay, Well, yeah, I'm not sure unless I've misplaced them, but I don't think I have, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Unless I did review a couple of them, didn't I, when I did the Japan Korea special, but I don't know. Unless they're here and I've just not noticed them. Could be, there could be another one. I do have a couple of Korean ones. Oh yes, I do have a couple actually. Yes. Yeah, I did the corn one as well. Very old but tasty. I see, yeah, they're a bit of a classic one really these days in the UK. We don't, well, sort of anyway, sort of. You know, they're quite new in the UK, but yeah. Well, let's try a strawberry one then. So it looks quite nice. Let's see if you can see a bit of a up close view of it. There we go. So you can see lots of knobbles and things, strawberry pieces perhaps. Let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Not bad. I would say though that obviously it's mainly sort of the biscuit, so you don't only get in a slight bit of strawberry. It's interesting. Of course, you can have more than one at once, of course. Which I think is how most people do it. And of course, you've got the old lightsaber tricks as well. As I say, if you do have Star Wars figures, I'm sure you could utilise these in a comical way, of course. But not too bad. I think the strawberry flavours, I don't know. I'm just wondering whether having more than one at once would amplify the flavour, but actually not make it taste as good. Let's see. It's okay. I mean, the strawberry flavour is quite muted. It's not massively strong. I think, yeah, I'm not sure why that is really. Even when I had two at once, it just didn't seem to amplify it that much really. Interesting. Not bad. I think I was expecting more from it really. I think the strawberry flavour is just a bit too weak. It's just a bit, I don't know. It's a bit weak, but it's also, I think it's got a bit of a quirky tang to it as well that I'm not sure about either. But I think strawberry does have a bit of a tang to it. It is a bit, I don't know if I won't say it's citrusy, but it's got like a sharpness to it, hasn't it? I mean, it does have a bit of a sharpness to this one, so maybe that is accurate. Interesting. Maybe it's just because you're thinking, oh, it's going to taste like raspberry, and it's actually a bit more strawberry-like. And I think so. Yeah. Let's have another try. Let's have a. Maybe it's been a bit harsh, really. Interesting. Again, the biscuit's quite plain. It's a bit like the centre, like Alan was sort of asking about before. It's a bit like the centre of a pretzel, that sort of taste, but the outside doesn't have the saltiness to it. Interesting. By the way, opinion about the City Field and the shipping. Okay, right, okay. Yes, I'll have a look. Rick. Yes, I've not got around to Discord today, but yes. Yes, yeah, I'll have a look. Don't worry. I was meant to get around to it earlier, but yeah, it's one of those. Oh, but thank you so much. Yes, Rick's sending me another one as well, yes. Got some surprises. Don't worry, it's all YouTube friend. Oh, thank you, Rick. Thank you. That'd be good, that. Thank you so much, Rick. Yeah, basically in Discord there's a PO box that people can send stuff to me, so yeah. Oh, so thank you. Yeah, thanks, Rick. Can't wait for those. Should be really nice. Stixie is the name of the product. I see. That's interesting. I quite like that. That's quite good fun. Interesting, yeah. So they're quite nice then, you say, Joe. Which is like one flavour. They're quite a bit more savoury than sweet, are they? Yeah, I see. Yeah, 3 at a time to get the taste from them. Yes, this is it. I quite like this one. I do think it has a bit of a tang to it that's a bit strawberry-like, and I think it works quite well. I think it's one of those, I think, where it's quite, it is quite weak, and I don't think when I had more than one, it was amplified too much. But I think, as I say, it did have a bit of a sharpness. Hi there, B. How's things going for you today? Yes, good to see you again. No worry about being late. Glad you could make it. A bit late. How many more to go? You're about 2 of 5 or 6 basically. So we've come out, about a quarter of the way in, perhaps something like that, a third or a quarter. But good to see you, AB. How are you doing today? So I think these ones, I don't know, I think they're kind of a bit similar to the other one, really. I think the other ones, as I say, they were dark chocolate flavoured, and I think they weren't too strong a dark chocolate, but just had enough and had this nice quirk to them. I think these ones are kind of the same, but with strawberry. They're not overly strong with the strawberry flavour. It is quite, I think it is noticeably strawberry-like, you know. So it's got that bit of a tang to it. Yeah, I think if it was too intense, I think it might be too much, really. So I think it perhaps works out about right. I think that's kind of what you're going to get with these. I don't think you're going to get a massively strong flavour. At least from the Pocky ones, anyway. I think when I did the that corn flavoured one, it was just a bit of a sensory experience that I'm not sure I was too keen on. I do have another pack of those. Maybe I'll try them again in a bit. But I think, for me it's a 3.5 out of 5. I think they're just they're a good flavour, but they're just a bit. They're very much like a little nibble thing, really, if you know what I mean. They're not really overly strong, but they're just nice to have as a little snack. So interesting. But I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're not strong enough. I just feel like there's just a lot of biscuit there, really, and I think it's just the way they are. You know what I mean? So I think it would take something quite strong, you know, to make the difference. And I quite like biscuit sort of with things generally, but as I say, I think in this case it's quite a thin coating. But it's the way it goes. It's the way it is. Yeah, I noticed the tang as well. I feel all the Japanese strawberry products have that. Okay, right. So it's a bit. Yeah, it did taste definitely. I think it worked actually, but it was. I think if it was a thicker coating, it might be a bit too much. I'm not sure, but I think in this case it worked. Yeah, but on the flip side of that, you know, it was still quite a subtle taste all the same. Interesting. But yes, I got these ones now. Look at that. This yes, golden butter. So there we go. So I got the butter one again there, Rick. Did I review these ones last time? I can't remember if I did. I did some kind of golden butter one, didn't I? So I think in Korea, this is obviously Japanese, but I'm sure Rick was saying in Korea butter was very much a thing. Butterfried crisps, butterfried other things, and this, that, and the other. So yeah, ht.co.kr. There we go. So calorie wise, let's have a look. We've got the 46-gram box again this time. 225 calories. Presumably it's 32 grams of fat, 17 of which are saturates, I think. Also, I could be wrong with that. It could be 17 grams of fat, 9.2 of which are saturates. I don't know. Hard to say. Not too sure, but there we go. And of course, it's got the old box trick. I don't think we'll bother again, like Rick said. But the ladies wear different colours this time. No, the same colour. Okay. All right. Well, they're all got love hearts with them. So did I have last time as well, love hearts. So there we go. Yeah. All right. What's that, Rick? Is it meant to be some kind of joke? The lady in pink's got like a slip. Is actually just reading something that's not related to this whatsoever. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Now, for your information, there's no guide, but I think I've still got the other one. Yeah, I've just never got an air fryer basically to try it out. I was meaning to get one, but I never did. Maybe I still need to get one actually. We we don't have a couple of time to slip a couple in. Oh, whatever you fancy, but I'll leave it to your judgment. As I say, perhaps other than that, as it dried fish, whatever you talk about, I think that might not be. I don't know. Yes, I don't know if that'll make it through customs. Let's put it that way. Yes. All right, let's give these a bit of an opening. So we've got the usual drill. I mean, I'm not going to attempt the box shenanigans. Oh, there we go. This one opened a lot easier actually. Maybe I was just doing it wrong last time. Probably was actually. But there we go. This one actually lent itself well. And you've got the old box trick as well. I think we're seeing that now. But okay. I like they've got these nice little packings inside. It's quite nice. Foil wrappers. Pretty good. These ones fudge flavoured. Oh, the first person wondered about the animation on the back. Yeah. I know, dear me. Yes. Well, this is it, of course. Well, this is it, Rick. This is it. That's the joy of the channel, I guess. Yeah, these fudge flavoured. No, they look fudgy, but no, they're butter. Basically butter, I think, actually, Andrew. What did it say? Golden butter. So I think it's literally just like a butter flavouring. Yeah, so I mean, I guess fudge could be construed as something similar, but yeah, basically, I think they have like a really strong love of butter-related products, basically. Yeah. Yeah, remember those? Yeah, just all sorts, wasn't there, really, Rick, when you sent me through those things last time. Expecting 22 in here. Let's see if we're right. Yeah, it does have a. I mean, it's not a massive. I mean, fudge is similar-ish, I guess. But I don't think they've got like the caramel in it or whatever. You know, I guess sort of fudge is quite buttery. It does have a similar-ish smell. Got 20 here, so we're missing 2. Lots of sticks missing, actually. They're all missing sticks. That's weird. They're literally all, unless they're... Yeah, they should have sticks. Look, they should have the sticks at the bottom. I think they've just been fully coated, these ones. Maybe it's a mistake, maybe. Can't see them all of not having a stick at the bottom. Yeah, unless they've all broken off. Maybe they have. Let's have a look. Compare the size of them. I think they've just all been fully coated. Then you can see. That's interesting, isn't it? They've all been fully coated in this one. I think. Oh no, it's just I couldn't see the stick. It's the same colour. Yeah, there is a stick there. Okay, yeah, I just couldn't see it. I I can see it now, it's pretty obvious, but I couldn't at the time for some reason. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so 20 in these ones, so missing 2 technically, but there we go, it might be the way it is. Yes, well, check these products out. They look very interesting. Do you say B&M on stockists? They have Pepero in B&M. They have it's the cookies and cream one basically. I don't know if they do other ones, and Mikado as well, of course, which you'll see in regular supermarkets. I think Asda and Co have them. There's like a dime one and a regular one. But yeah, Pepero is in. But yeah, I've not seen any of the exotic flavours. The strawberry one or the black. Well, there's the one I'm going to show you in a minute, or this butter one, for instance. Unfortunately, but as I say, there's a couple in there, but not too exotic. But yes, yeah, check them out, check them out. I say B&M, but I have a couple, but they're not the exotic ones, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a real shame that, really. But yeah. So cookies and cream. And I think there's one other, but I can't think what it was. So I'll try and measure these, but it's going to be a bit difficult to measure these ones with this apparatus, but there we go. 13.44 this time. Just about got it, you can see there. Not bad. And then I bet I'm the first person to measure them as well, Rick. Okay, let's see what this one is. The width about 5mm again. And the stick should be about 4.2. Let's have a look. 4.3. There we go. Alright, not bad. Yes. Sadly, overall Asian countries don't tend to do fudge flavoured snacks. Is caramel not a thing then over there? I guess it's related to caramel, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. It's not a million miles away, this, because it's got the butter side of it, but just not the caramel, I guess. Well, let's give this a taste then. Let's give it a try. Oh, wow. Very soft covering, this one. It is kind of just, it's not butter, but it's kind of, I mean, it's very much butter, if you know what I mean. It's not flavoured in any other way. Maybe it's a bit creamier. It's not just like eating butter, but it's not a million miles away. It's perhaps got a bit of a cream sort of creaminess to it, in the same way that, say, you know, like an Oreo filling or Oreo cream filling, or, you know, one of those cookies and cream fillings is kind of a bit creamy as well. Interesting then. So it's not too bad, actually. It's not too bad. Yeah, the quiz will be taken about for sure. Yes, needs to get on it, but you need to get them to stop measuring stuff like that. Yes. Caramel, but not the dark fudge flavour. Yeah, well, fudge is kind of a weird one. It's kind of like I guess you think of treacle. There's obviously treacle and things, which is like the sort of burnt caramel type flavour and the harder stuff. Fudge is kind of a weird one. I think it's just butter and I don't know. It must be mainly butter, I guess. You'd think it might be quite. It's like a very buttery caramel, I think. Yeah. You just want a lot, to be honest. I say, is this your favourite one? I think you were saying you were quite a big fan of the buttery flavoured over there. I didn't mind it really, but it's very intense. It's very intense, you know. Let's try a few of them at once. Yeah. It's very much like a creamy butter. Which is very interesting. It's not something we really get to over here that I've experienced anyway. Interesting one. It's very unique, very interesting. I just I'm not sure what to make of this one. I just think it's such a different flavour, Rick. You know what I mean? It's very strange. So I don't know. I don't want to offend you or anything, but yes, I don't know. I don't dislike it though. I think it's a nice flavour. I think it's interesting, but it's very. I think I don't know. I know you're from Canada, so I'm not implying that but I think like in the US, I know they have sort of, I don't know, fried butter and stuff like this. I know it's like a thing over there in a way as well. I don't know how it is in Canada, of course. So maybe just in the UK, it's just not really much of a thing, really. Maybe just like more with sort of, I'll say, maybe like Andrew was sort of saying, like fudge is kind of possibly the closest thing we kind of have with that kind of texture. But it's very sweet fudge. It's not really, has the texture, I guess, but it's not perhaps the butter content maybe, but it's not the same really. Very unusual. Unusual. I don't think I dislike it though. I think it's nice to have. I think it would definitely work a lot better. I think if it was like in a pretzel biscuit, like Alan was saying before, because you'd have the saltiness to it then. I think that would really complement it quite well. I think on its own, like this, it tends to be a bit too much about the sort of buttery taste. And as creamy as it is, it's still kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say butter as well. It's not really butter, but it's not really. I can't really think of any other flavour other than like a creamy butter, you know what I mean? There's not enough of, it's not really any other way to describe it. but it's not sort of massively. You couldn't spread it or anything like that. It's clearly, you know, a solid form of it. You know what I mean? It doesn't peel off or whatever. You couldn't spread this. So yeah, interesting one. No offence at all. We're strange back home as well. I don't know why I like it. Well, it's good that you do, because it seems to definitely be a thing over there, Rick. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of all those butter things you were sending, and the butter crisps as well. Goodness me, yes. They were still nice, those, but again, just quite intense. I think this one, I think it's the same again, really. I feel like, I think this one's got more of a taste about it. I think if you like the taste, like Rick does, for instance, I think it definitely would be 4.5, I think. But I'm not too sure myself. I don't know. I feel like it's I feel like it needs something else. I feel like you've got the amount right on this one. It's quite a thick amount. It's or at least it comes across the flavours, you know, there enough for it to sort of to be easily to taste. Like the other ones, I felt they were it was a bit too thin. And even though this one might just be the same thickness, the sort of it's a lot more richer, I guess. But I'm just not sure. For me, it's the flavour for me, really. I don't know. I feel like I say it could do like a pretzel biscuit on it or something like that, something to give it some other flavour, like a saltiness or something like that. I'm not sure. So if that was the case, for me it would be a bit higher. But I think it's still a good one. But it's just not quite the flavour for me, I don't think. So 3.5 out of 5 for me. Difficult one with the flavours, of course, because last week, I don't know if you remember when I did the Spain review. Was it last week? I think it was. It was those fried egg crisps, and I gave them a 5 out of 5. But that was purely, I was thinking about that over the week, and it's just because they were literally perfectly tasted like fried eggs. They literally tasted like you're eating a fried egg on a crisp. You know, it's very bizarre. So I thought, I can't really. It's almost perfect in the flavour, you know. So I can't really hold it against it. And I don't know where to draw the line with that, because you could argue lots of things are like that, or perfect flavours or whatever. I don't know, but I just felt like, you know, it was exactly what it set out to be. So I'm not sure. I don't know. So I could be contradicting myself sometimes when I say the flavour's not quite this, that, and maybe, well, it tastes like this. And then obviously, you know, if you like butter flavoured things, then this should be a 5 out of 5. Give it a 5 out of 5. But I don't. It's not quite the same, really. So I can't quite describe it very well, explain it very well. But those crisps, as I say, were just a perfect flavour of what they set out to be. And I couldn't think of any other way that they could come across any better in doing what they were trying to do, you know. So you know, it was a hard one to explain, but anyway, there we go. But yeah, so these ones 3.5 out of 5, I think. But I think, as I say, I feel for me, if it just had like a bit of a saltiness to the bread, or to the, say, breadstick, then to the biscuit stick or what have you, I feel like it would add a bit more to it that I think would need for me to give it a bit higher. But there we go. Yes. And they cut some specs on the outside. Yeah, something like that. Perhaps so, yeah, something like that. I mean, as you say though, Rick, you really like them as they are. So, you know, it's just one of those. Always subjective, of course. You know, but I think, yeah, for me, I don't know. Yeah, perhaps not. It's just not a flavour I think I like on its own. I think I need it with something else, if you know what I mean. I do, well, I don't dislike it. But I feel like perhaps I just need something else for it to bring it out a bit more. But still nice. Interesting. But as I say, yeah, an interesting one. An interesting flavour. Hello, Joe, are you making tea? Is that what you do? Making dinner again? Is that what it is? And this is kind of like dinner time, I think, where you are. Or at least you're preparing for it usually. Hope you're doing okay. Yes, I've got a couple. So we do... this one I've been really looking forward to, actually. There, this is the one. I assume it's blueberry. Yes, blueberry flavour. Look at this. Yes. Purple's my favourite colour. I do like purple. And so usually tend to gravitate towards these ones. These sort of ones. They do look very nice indeed. I wonder if that's actual size. Possibly is. Have to check that out. Got the usual. It doesn't have the lid thing on the back this time, so there's nowhere. Yeah, there's no actual. Yeah, I don't know if they've abandoned it, but there's no squeezy lid thing in this one. Not sure why that is, but there we go. Interesting. We've got the calories on the back this time. So 205 calories. We've gone down to 41 grams again if it focuses in. There we go. Yes. 205 calories, possibly 30 grams of fat, possibly 17 of which are saturates. I'm not too sure. But there we go. Yeah. So quite excited. Oh, Facebook group. Look at that Facebook group. Happy Pocky. There we go. Yes, there we are. Yeah, you mean exactly about those egg crisps? Yeah, thanks, Alan. It's a difficult one to explain, really. But yeah, they were just, I don't know, I couldn't really fault them, you know what I mean? And like other flavours of crisps, I don't know, like beef flavour or salted vinegar. You could say, well, it does taste like salted vinegar, but I don't know. The egg ones, I just thought, I just couldn't see any way to improve that crisp. You know, it tasted literally exactly as you. It was yeah. It was a strange. It was like perfect. It really nailed the flavour perfectly. So yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you understand what I meant. It's a difficult one to explain, but yeah, it's very interesting flavour. Not for me really, but I really could appreciate it. What did you think to this week's box, by the way, Alan? Have you opened it yet? Yes, most smash the like button. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Thank you. I always forget to. Yes, please click the like button. It really does help out. Thank you so much as well. And yes, thank you. Obviously, I can't force you to, and obviously, if you don't like it, then feel free not to. But it really does help out. Yes, because for me, I'm not a fan of salt. Okay, right. Yes, okay, yeah. One of those, isn't it? It is so subjective. It is one of those. And like you say, you like it just as it is. Just one. It doesn't have to be salt, of course. Could be anything really. Just something else. I think just to bring out, just to complement the flavour. I can only think of salt, of course, but it could be something else. But yeah, know what you mean. Know what you mean. Yes, you'll likely like these because you don't. Okay, right there we go. All right, we shall see. Did he use wheat flour? Well, this one might be for Rick because I'm not sure. Because basically I can't translate it. I don't know if Rick can. Just there's just keywords every now and again. Pocky, for instance, down there. But yeah, I don't know. So I'll leave Rick to try and find that out if he can, and if he wants to, of course. But yes, well, I'm not sure. I remember having chocolate crisps from somewhere in Asia before. Never seen them in the UK, sadly. Yeah, I do remember some kind of rumour of chocolate crisps. I don't think they ever came out in the UK or not, so maybe not then. But yeah, I was always very intrigued by them. I'm always really excited about that prospect of having chocolate covered crisps. I mean, you do those ones that are like chocolate covered. What do they call them? They've got names, haven't they, for them? You see them in home bargains, places like that. I think Cadbury did one for a while. Basically, look like crisp shapes, but they're not actually crisps. But yeah, I was very excited for chocolate covered crisps. Yeah, I never kind of saw them. Yeah, interesting. You'll take it well, Joe. Yeah. Oh, no worries, Vic. If you can't find, don't worry. There's no pressure or anything like that. I mean, it's only if you knew to hand if your Korean was good enough to tell, really. So don't worry. All right, let's give this one an open then. Let's see. Let's have the special box open. I can get in. Yeah, so if you get your thumb just right, you can open it properly. But there's no stand this time. I don't think I've abandoned it. But there we go. Some kind of explanation as to something to do here, but I don't know. There you go. It's got something going on there. There's a way to. There you go. Maybe that's the way to do it. You can just open it like that. Okay. So I got that one right. So, interesting. Nice. It's got a bit of a similar smell to the strawberry one. It's got that sort of, but yogurty, smelly sort of taste. It tastes rather, but it smells. Does smell not too bad actually. Yeah. Let's have a see. Haven't eaten anything from this week's box yet, but I think lots of stuff looks. But yeah, I was quite happy. It looks very interesting. I was quite happy about this one. Yeah, I thought it looked very good actually. Probably the best one yet, I think. I think the Romanian one was a bit of a disappointment for me. Just maybe it's just because I've got bad memories of that glucose thing. That just. Yeah, I don't know. That was horrendous, that glucose thing. I really. Well, things I do for this channel, I wouldn't normally have had that, I don't think, but I tried it for the channel, and there we go, yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, thank you, Joe, yes. Yeah, a difficult one, that, I think. It's very difficult to, I don't know how Rick copes. How do you cope with every day-to-day life, Rick, over there? With all the... I know there's some things in English, so you might be okay, but generally I imagine it might be quite difficult, really. Yes, how do you cope? Just with general day-to-day doing things and finding stuff. So there we go. So this one, we do have the fewer in them again. I can't remember what we had. Basically got 17 this time. So I think it was 17 in this strawberry one, wasn't it? Yeah, so if you can see here, let's just move them across a bit. A couple of breakages, but yeah, 17 there. 5, 10, 15, 17. So, interesting. We'll do the old measurements again. I mean, why not? In for a penny, in for a pound. In for Pocky, in for Papiro. How about that? Okay. 13.5. I think they've all been about that range, haven't they? 13.5. There we are, yes. So, there we go. That's a good lightsaber as well there. I wish I did have some Star Wars figures. I'd definitely, I would definitely be using these as for comic effect. Okay, about 4mm on the stick at the bottom again. Can depend. It's not perfectly round, but there we go. and about 4.7 on the top. Okay, yeah, very interesting. Yeah, so quite looking forward to that snack surprise box review. I'll say I'll put it for review. I think it's definitely looked, yeah, a good one this week. Definitely looked a good one. Green level is fairly low. Can read many things but don't speak it well. Yeah, I'm actually very difficult to speak as well. Survival Korean more or less. Lots of English here all over the place. So that's not too bad then. Yeah, for English, okay, yeah. That's quite lucky, I guess, isn't it? We're quite lucky speaking English generally because it is kind of the second language generally, isn't it? So we are quite lucky for that. You know, but yeah. But I imagine it's very difficult. You do well to cope over there, Rick, I think. But I guess you just have to learn some things, don't you? You know, so yeah. Well, so very excited for this one. I think I'll nibble one at once, and then we do have a bit of a defect in this one. A couple of these. Some of the coatings come off, so you can see. Not noticed it before, but you can see that one, not a full coat there. And this one, yeah, so could be because of the thick blueberry pieces maybe, but didn't notice it in the strawberry one. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. I can get it in my mouth. Yeah, it's quite interesting, this one actually. It's more subtle than the strawberry one. I quite like it, yeah, I think Rick was right. This is one he doesn't like too much, but I don't mind this one. It's quite subtle again, though, I would say. It's definitely got that subtleness to it. Which the butter one didn't have, but it's definitely a sort of creamy blueberry flavour there. Yeah, I actually quite like this one. Got three stuck together here, actually. Yeah, I actually quite like this. Let's try fruit ones, let's see. Yeah, I think this is my favourite so far for sure. I mean, I do generally quite like sort of blueberry type flavours. It's got a very creamy taste to it, almost like I wouldn't say it's like a custard cream, but it definitely not too far away for some reason. Like the aftertaste of it, it definitely has a bit of a vanilla-y, that sort of creamy taste from a custard cream almost. I don't know why that was. I think it's a smoother flavour, this one, than the strawberry one. I think it's more pleasant, basically. More pleasant, I think I would describe it as. More smooth. Figures, yeah, there we go, Rick. Well, you know, I think we've we've gauged it right there. So you've worked out the. Just it must be weird, that, mustn't it? I wonder if it's like weird sort of complementary sort of, I don't know, scales of things that people like. You know what I mean? So you know, maybe it just sort of. It's like, you know, one end of one person likes something and the other end of the other person likes, and they don't meet in the middle, perhaps. Interesting. But yeah, I quite like these. Also smooth, delicate. Yeah, flavour really. It's very, I'd say. I used a word a minute ago. I forgot what it was, but it's something like yeah, can't think what it was now. Yeah, something like delicate anyway. When you see guys like, yes, one of those perhaps, yeah, one of those. Oh, don't worry, Rick. I mean, it's always difficult with tasting things. It's quite subjective, so it's one of those, isn't it? But I don't know, you know, I can still appreciate, as I say, the butter ones, for instance, stuff like that. I didn't mind the strawberry ones either, but you know, I just want to say it's definitely sort of a smoother, you know, did I say comfortable flavour? I'm not sure. It feels like that's a bit too, not quite the word I want, but there's something about it. It's quite nice and smooth, quite tasty. I like it. Yeah, it's a nice flavour to have, this one. I say, but it's not offensive, if you know what I mean. So it isn't really sort of standoutish at all. I don't think it's a million miles above the other ones though, but I just feel like it's got a bit more about it. For me, I don't really know if it's enough to give it a 4 out of 5. You know what I mean? I still feel like it's quite a weak flavour as such. It doesn't stand out too much, but I'm not sure really how you would. I think for me, I think that's just the way it's going to be with these, unless you really sort of thicken up the cover basically of it. And I think, you know, as if it's just going to be more covering the outer the sort of the stick itself, I guess. Maybe the butter ones, it did come across a bit like that, as if they were covered a bit more. I'm not sure if they actually were though. I think we measured them, didn't we? Yeah, I think they seem to be really thicker, and we did measure them, but maybe they are. Just give a bit of a test. I think I did measure at the time, but about 5. Yes, I think they are a bit thicker actually. Oh no, maybe not. No. There we go. So yeah, just a stronger flavour, I guess. Maybe it would just benefit from being slightly stronger. I don't really know if I can give it a... It's probably like a 3.75, this one, I think. I don't think I can... Could I give it a just up to 4? I think... in relation to the other Pockies, it's maybe a 4. So it's between a 3.5 and a 4. Just to differentiate from the others, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. But it's very, very much in between, I think, really. But it's still nice. Yeah, enjoyed this one. Yes, not bad at all. Yeah, nice. Quite yogurty. I've seen a red wine flavoured Pocky. We don't see it anymore. Crikey, that's certainly get the some people going. That's for sure. I mean, that's the kind of one that we'd have over here. I think with the ladies on the back of the box. I think that would definitely be. Oh dear. What's that wine that people always seem to drink? What it's called now? But yeah, I could definitely see that one taking off, Rick, with that, as I say, that picture on the back, but with yeah. But with the women being a bit sozzled rather than with love hearts, I think that would definitely be what would take off here, I think. Honestly. What is that wine that is quite popular? I forgot what it is now. Not Rioja, is it? Something else. I can't remember what it was now. I think it's got an Italian name. I can't remember what it is now. But anyway. Yes. Were you saying you picked up the After Eights box? Well, yes, I have. Yes. Where from? Saw it in Tesco. Yes, right, Tesco. So the triple treat bars in Tesco. I didn't see them, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't see the triple treat bars. I might have missed them, of course. I didn't see them, but I did see the After Eights. I've got them. I do have them to hand. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll do. There's only about 4 different ones, isn't there? So I might just do a regular review for those. I'm not sure rather than a live one, but I'll have a think about it. Yeah, then maybe I could do a live one, but I think it'd be quite a short one. I think, unfortunately. Yeah. So I don't know. Have a think about that. Yeah, I think it's just the artificial flavour type with no alcohol content. Ah, okay, right, okay. I'm sure it still go down well over here, though. I'm sure it still go down well. So I know what's that wine, that cheap sort of wine that people drink at the moment? I forgot what it's called. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat. I just can't remember what it is. Little fresh box of After Eights. Yeah, they've done basically like a chocolate selection, Rick. Andrew had mentioned it. Yeah, just said it was a new thing out, so I managed to find it. Basically, it's just a bit, yeah, an interesting one. Not looked in too much detail yet, so Andrew might be able to fill you in. But I think it's the gist of it is it's got some After Eight type sort of typical flavours. I think there's a white chocolate one in there as well. It's got like an orange flavoured one with mint and another one as well. So an interesting set. But yeah, very strange as well, of course. You know, very sort of not quite typically After Eight, I guess, but also does tick the same boxes in some respects. Yes. Is it spumante wine? It's not what I was thinking of actually, but it could be that could be the thing that people have moved on to now. I think I was thinking of I can't. Does it begin with P? I can't think what it is. I can't think. I can't think what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I know if I heard it, but I can't think. Prosecco. That's it. Prosecco. That was it. That's what I was thinking of. AB. Yeah, Prosecco. Prosecco flavoured Pockies. I think that would definitely go down well in the UK. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of spumante. I don't know if that's is that a more posh one? It sounds very posh, but I found the Triple Treats bar in the part of the shop with all the loose chocolate bars and the sweets. Yeah, it was right at the front of the shop. I did check there and I didn't see it. I know the place you mean. Yeah, I always do check there because you're right. They do sometimes have separate things there. That's like where the zebra Kit Kats were, for instance. Not in the chocolate aisle of the cereal bar. Yeah. Well, I could have still. I did. Yeah, I did check that. I didn't see it, so I might have. Might have still missed it, but I did do a thorough check that I thought I did anyway. But it could be off somewhere else as well. You know they do random things sometimes. But yeah, thanks Andrew. I will keep checking there though if that's where you found it. Sometimes used for foods. Okay, right, okay. Right. Yeah, see I've not that's not just I've not heard of that before, I must admit. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Oh dear. Yeah, it's got a couple more to do. I think one of them is just a regular breadstick, really. I think they've just done it about the breadstick. We've got this one is actually a Pepero one now. So, as Rick was saying, he did send some Pepero ones. This is an almond one. So it seems to definitely be a thicker covering. I think the Pepero ones do tend to be quite a lot thicker, actually. You can clearly see this one does look a lot thicker. Got to be less said about that the better, I think. I don't know. Not the most glamorous looking thing there, but there we go. We've got a crash helmet on, for whatever reason. Let's see what else we got here going on there. Let's see, any calorie type things? I think there is, but I can't quite make it out. No, it's at the bottom. 205 calories, 37 gram box this one. So actually more in this one than the other ones. Maybe 27 or something. Oh no, 41 less. So yeah, 41 to 46. So there's actually fewer in this one. This one's 41 grams, and the others were 46, I think, weren't they? So I think. Yeah. Okay, so the prepared ones you get fewer in, but presumably a bit thicker. We'll find out. So I think it's 20 grams of fat, 11 of which are saturates, but it could be 11 grams of fat, 12. Well, it can't be 12 which are saturates. Yeah, I think I've been getting it right then. So 20 grams of fat, 11 of which are saturates, because the one's actually higher in this case. Sweet home there as well. Sweet home. Well, that is about, but there we go. So you have two open ones here. You've got an open at the bottom here and an open at the top, which is interesting. It's got some kind of weird flat thing going on here. Not too sure. Are triple treats a healthy version of choc bars? What? I don't know much, actually. I must admit, I don't know too much. Yeah, I'm just about to say, I think. Most people like this one, myself as well. All right, top 3, you say. A bit of pressure then. Fingers crossed that I like it. Fingers crossed. Triple treats are basically a healthier chocolate bar from Mars. They're pressed raw fruit and nut bars dipped in chocolate with bits of fudge or of chocolate or cocoa or chocolate or coconut on top. Okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying them. Whether they'll be, I don't know. I guess they're an interesting idea. Interesting idea. Yes, that's funny. Espumante is a Portuguese word for champagne. It translates it to foamy, fizzy, or something like that. Oh, okay, right. So maybe that must be where. Yeah. Well, where's the AB? Espumante. Okay, right. Must be too similar, isn't it? And of course, in Spanish, as well as Portuguese, I assume you put the E in front of the S's usually as well. Yeah. So for the UK, for English words, or vice versa, of course, whichever came first. Well, I was thinking that as well. I was thinking that, Andrew. I didn't want to say, but yes. It certainly does. It certainly does look like him. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking as well. Oh, dear. Yes, okay, Vice. Yes, a bit like the naked bars. I've not seen it. I assume so. Yeah, I assume so. I've not seen them myself. Yes, chocolate dipped naked bars with bits of chocolate and stuff on top. So, yeah, so a bit of healthiness, but with a bit of unhealthiness on top of it, just to make it palatable, I guess. All right, let's give these an open then. So Rick says these are the top 3 and the top 3 best loved flavours. So that's definitely interesting. Looks, I don't know, the wrapper looks a bit. What do you think? I mean, looks a bit less friendly than the other ones. I don't know. The other ones are nice and colourful and things, and this one looks a bit more. I don't know, like a sports bar almost type wrapper. I think. I know it's not, but just in the UK it comes across that way. All right. Let's give them an open then. So it's a lot less than these ones, but they're a lot thicker. It's a lot less actually. Look at that. There's hardly any in comparison, but they are a lot thicker. Bit of snappage, but not so much. One snapped in half there. Okay. Nice smell coming from. The smells very almondy, has to be said. So we got 9 in here basically, 9 of them. So as opposed to the 20 odd we had in the other ones, but so they are a lot thicker, these ones, and the breadsticks are a lot thicker. So I guess this is one instance we can see on the day the difference because of the measurements. That's quite good. Okay, so the others about the same height I would have imagined. 12.6. We'll put one next to the other one in a bit. 12.6. Now this is knobbly. I'm not going to be able to do we're just going to measure it roughly. That's about 8 millimeters wide. So the other ones were about 4. So I think 4 or 5. I think 5 actually. The breadstick was about 4. It's about 6 millimeters here. So the breadstick's even thicker here. It's about a 50% bigger. So put one next to one of the others. So you can see the difference. Not quite as tall. Move the move this camera out of the way so you can see. Yeah, it's not quite as tall basically, but definitely a lot thicker. See there. Show you the stick as well. Yeah, so the Prepare ones are a lot thicker than the Pocky ones. A lot different indeed. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, right. Yes, top 3 for Koreans here. Yes, I'd like to say that bodes well, but isn't shrimp the best flavour ever over there as well? And then butter, of course. But I know obviously almond in this case is very much something we have over here as well. Yeah, maybe covering nuts. Yes, it definitely looks to be all that almond pieces, doesn't it? Doing it to focus in a bit better. Yeah. So that's certainly yeah, certainly big. But you can see a lot more of a tree trunk stick as well. Yes, is it almonds for sure? Yes, let's give it a go there. Let's say almonds. You know, got to bear in mind, I'm not a massive nut fan generally, but I do quite like chopped almonds and things when they're done in a certain way. So let's see. Let's give it a go. Yeah. Wow. This is noticeably more substantial. This one for sure. It's just I think even the breadstick or biscuit stick breadstick is sort of, even though it's thicker, it does come across. It just the substance of it, the fact it's more substantial. I don't know, it does seem to sort of work as well, even though it's just sort of biscuit. It seems to lend itself to give you even more, even though it's not the part that's really got particularly loads of flavour to it. Yeah, this one for me, I think you're definitely getting. I think it is a thicker covering, of course, but I think I would definitely say that a lot of it is still biscuit. But conversely, I still feel like it does provide you with more flavour, even though it's mostly from the biscuit. Well, a lot of it's also from the biscuit. Yeah, it's a funny one. I think the almonds are not massively strong, a flavour of almond as such, but you do get that almondy taste. I think it's generally because almond flavour generally comes from almond essence. If you ever have it, in other things, generally sort of chopped almonds don't taste ridiculously of almonds, if that's strangely enough. Yeah, it does look good. Yes, I think this is not too bad actually, this one. It definitely feels like it's got more substance than the Pockies. The Pockies feel a bit too thin. Yeah, you're right there, Joe. It is a nice one actually. It's weird as well because, as I say, a lot of it is just from the biscuit being thicker, but it does seem to just it seems to sort of work as well, even though it does seem to give it extra flavour, even though, as I say, it's just of the biscuit part. So it seems to sort of, I don't know, make it work better. I guess what it possibly is because it's obviously got a thicker diameter and circumference. As a result of it, I guess it's just you actually do get more chocolate as a result of it. So even though the chocolate's not necessarily thicker, you're just getting more of it because it's covering a bigger sort of biscuit centre, essentially. So that sort of thicker biscuit does give it more chocolate. So I guess it does make sense. Yeah. I wouldn't say I still say it's quite plain for me. I think it's just the fact that the almonds, they're not sort of. You can get sort of honey roast almonds and things like this, ones that give it a bit of extra taste. This one is just kind of just chocolate with a bit of an almondy taste to it. It's not my favourite sort of flavour to chocolate, really. And I wouldn't say there's massive amounts of sort of crunch from the almonds as well. They're quite soft, really. I do think it's very nice. I think if you are sort of, it's milk chocolate as well. I do think it's a good one, this one. I feel like it's just not, the flavour's not strong enough for me, but I like the thickness of it. I think the thickness of it lends itself a lot more to it. It's not bad. I mean, the Koreans wanted to make them bigger than the Pockies, despite the Japanese, I see. It's definitely a good idea because it does, unfortunately you do get fewer of them in the pack. But, as a result of that, though, they are covered with more filling. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? It's not just... when I think about it, I didn't quite appreciate the fact that obviously a sort of wider biscuit means more covering. At first I was just thinking, it just means more biscuit, but yeah, and you can definitely tell. So even though the biscuit covering, well, the covering itself is perhaps not as, it's thicker because it's got lots of knobbly bits, but it might not be massively thick, if you know what I mean. But I think it's generally thicker. You can see it does look to be pretty thick actually. So yeah. So not too bad this one. I just think the flavour's perhaps not my favourite flavour. I feel like I say the almonds are quite plain, not massively almondy. It's a nice, but as I say, you can detect the flavour, a lot more because there's more of it really. So it's kind of swings and roundabouts. Again, I don't know. Can I give it a 4 and a 3? I'm going to give it the benefit down to a 4 out of 5. But I think for me, again, it's probably a bit more of a 3.5. It's probably less of a 4 than the other one, I think, just because of, I think, my own personal taste. But just because to make it stand out a bit from the others, I'm going to sort of give it the benefit of the doubt, say a 4. So yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's really, I think you should probably normally take it as a 3.5 out of 5, really, that one. But just but just in today's context, I'm going to say a 4 out of 5. But I think that one would normally be a 3.5. I don't think that would be the case with the blueberry one. I think that would probably still stretch to a 4. But if this was had that blueberry covering, I think you'd be talking a 4.5 out of 5. I think. Yeah. Oop. It's hard to find 5-star these products. Yes. Just so you know, Brits and Jow know, it was Canada yesterday. Oh, Canada, July the 1st. Well, congratulations, would you say? Yes. Oh, yes. Well, I hope you had a good day yesterday and managed to celebrate it well in Korea, what have you. Yeah. Is it quite a big day, is it then, I guess? Did you phone your parents and things and your family? Well, I hope you had a good day either way, Rick. Hope you did. I don't know if you're able to take the day off work, but hopefully you had a nice time. Oh. Honestly, yeah, interesting one, that one. Yes, but I didn't. Yeah, what sorts of things would you normally do for Canada Day? Anything interesting? I don't know. We don't really have a day like that in the UK. We have like, the Queen's Jubilee and stuff like this, but I don't think it's maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Any traditional Britain Day or anything like that. Interesting. Yeah. So we do have. We do have a normal one here. Got Rick's notes on Korean stick snack. I think these are literally just ones that you use for dipping and spreading in. We will give them over, but I think it's just basically the plain stick. You know what I mean? So, you can see. Interesting one, yeah. God, is he crying? I don't know. Not sure why. He doesn't seem very happy anyway. I don't know why that is. Maybe he wants to be covered with something. I don't know, but there we go. Yeah. We do have the other design. As I say, a bit like a South Park character, but. Yes, but there we go. Quite nice the way they do that. Yeah, not too bad. Now we do have the dreaded corn one before, which I'll probably review in a bit. I've already reviewed that one. It wasn't for me at all, really, but just for yes, we'll do it. Yes, we said we're on a British, the pros and cons. Yes. Ah. But yes, congrats. Yes, well, hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good day. Just BBQ fireworks since we have no Independence Day. Okay, right. Well, maybe one day. You never know. Maybe one day. Anyway, it's nice that you do it. So, yeah. Hope you had a good day yourself and hope your family did as well. Yes, I don't know. I feel I will give these a review. I think they're just going to be basically, they're just going to be the sticks without any covering on. But we'll give them a go. You never know. 46 grams. So they have done 46 grams in this one. 240 calories. So whether there'll be just as many or what have you, I don't know, as the Pocky ones. 30 grams of fat, 18 of which are saturates, I think. Okay. I saw something of interest then, but yeah. I thought I saw how many were in the box then, but okay. Save the children. All right. We love the Queen more than Americans. See, yes. Well, possibly right there, yes. Yeah, maybe when, I don't know, when things change and stuff like that, maybe the popularity will go down a bit. Yeah. There's some new health. Yeah, I saw these as well, Andrew. Yes, I thought, I thought I saw them in the shop, actually, so maybe I thought there was something else, but I'm sure I saw some healthier digestives, and I thought, who would buy them? Because aren't digestives meant to be the boring biscuit anyway? So yeah, I don't, unless they're not out, but I'm sure I saw something in Asda that had the same kind of thing. And I thought, I don't know who would buy them. Why would you buy, I don't know, yeah, strange. But maybe some people would, I don't know. Okay, let's give this an open then, so let's have a look. Right. Okay. Yeah, so they are just basically the plain stuff. It's nice and interesting. I guess you can make your own one. New cream cheese. So I don't know if that means it's flavoured with cream cheese or it means you have to dip it in cream cheese. I assume it means you have to dip it in. I guess you could do anything with these though, couldn't you? You could technically use these to make your own coverings, which would be quite good. Let's have a look. Okay, they look like they are filled actually. Look, it looks like they are filled with something. So, yes. Okay, not a massive cream cheese fan. I'll tell you that now, but there we go. Let's give them a measure. But they are quite, I feel like bamboo sticks, these ones. There we go. So about 12.5 rather centimetres long width. A bit like batons, these, definitely. That's 7 millimetres width there. We'll just pull them out, see how many we've got as well. Should have done that for this, but I forgot. Yes, I don't know if I like these ones. These are very savoury ones, these ones. I'm not a massive cream cheese fan. Just so like cheesecake and things, I think mascarpone is the best way to make a cheesecake rather than, or at least better than cream cheese. So very much a savour on these ones. So you get 13 in this one. It's a bit more than the other one. I can't remember what it was in the other one. Was it no, 9 or something, wasn't it, I think? Yeah, new digestives now even less taste exactly. I know. I just couldn't really believe it. I just thought, well, who would, why? I mean, I don't know. Well, maybe if you're buying digestives anyway, you'd probably be thinking, well, I'll get a healthier one. But it just seems, I don't know, not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. 30% less sugar, that's a lot. Yeah. Strange one. It's, yeah, strange, but as I say, I don't know. I must admit, digestives are not the best biscuit anyway. I just wonder, maybe if you use them for cakes and things, you could think, well, I don't taste the sugar anyway, or whatever, so maybe I'll just have fewer calories in that bit, like for a biscuit base or something. Nice Konglish. Yes, what did it actually say? I didn't, yes. Must have got the wrong box. Where's it gone? Yes, nude cream cheese, yes. Or is he meant to be in the sauna or something? I'm not too sure, really, but yeah. I guess you can technically say nude, can't you, for stuff about it, but there we go. But definitely interesting, so clearly, yeah, an interesting one, these ones. I'm not sure what to make of these, but I'll give them a go. Yeah, they're filled, yes. Interesting. So I guess you could still technically dip them. Kind of reverse a regular. No, strange one. Strange that the way they've done that. It's strange that they reversed it. Yeah, before just having the outside. You're the guinea pig for these. Never tried. I'm not 100% sure I like these, but I'll give them a go. Yes. These are 30 grams of sugar in the 100 gram portion. That's quite a lot if that's the case. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what digestives are like. That's quite a lot though. Yeah, crikey. But it could be true. Biscuits are a bit like that. Okay, very cheesy smell. Let's give it a go. Very dubious about this one. Not bad actually, no. Surprisingly not bad. I was expecting the worst. It's actually quite sweet in a way. It really doesn't taste like cream cheese at all. It's very interesting. This it really does not taste like cream cheese. I mean, I don't I don't mind it to start with. I don't like cream cheese. So this yeah. Unless I've been having the wrong cream cheese. I don't have Philadelphia. That banded one. But this tastes it just tastes like a cream filling, really, to be honest with you. It's got a nice sweetness to it, which I think is from the biscuit. Maybe. Yeah. It's not bad. It's a bit bland, though, I would say. I feel like it definitely needs to be dipped in something. It's actually not bad. I mean, if I'm looking at this, you'd think it'd be quite boring. I would almost feel like it does show it's filled there. Actually, I think it might have just missed it because of the flat. But I don't know. I feel like it's not filled with cream cheese. I don't know if it because I feel like it's just filled. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look like cream cheese up there. It doesn't look like that, does it? But I don't know if it's meant to be. It's got bits in. I don't know. It just tastes like it's filled with cream. Is the gist of it, and it's not too bad. Also, it's quite a bland cream. There's not really any flavour to it. I think they basically, if they just use the same method but with all the other flavours, I think it would be even better because I think this is actually giving you more flavour for the biscuit. So if they just did this for all of them, and Pocky as well, I think that would be brilliant because I think as I say you get a really thick, tube of filling. Then you get more filling basically. So that's probably why they don't do it. But I feel like this is actually the way to do it. Or at least an interesting way. Yeah. Glad you don't mind it because I think I threw a box of these in the next box. Forgot I'd sent you this one. Okay, right. No, they're not bad actually. Because it really doesn't taste like cream cheese. It's just like it's got a cream filling. And by I say cream as in like a biscuit cream filling. But there's no real taste to it. It's quite bland. I feel like, as I say, and thank you so much, Rick, by the way. It's very nice of you, really. It really is nice of you to send me all this stuff. So thank you so much. I mean, but I feel like this one they missed the trick. I feel like if they did this for all of them and they flavoured it, I think it'd be really nice. These sort of biscuit filled, or sort of chocolate filled biscuits or whatever. Or I think they'd really be onto something. I feel like they've missed the trick almost. Really, mind you, it might be cheaper than what they do elsewhere. So monetary things aside, I feel like these would be really good. Interesting one, these ones, but I'd say they are quite bland. I guess they are for dipping as well. You could dip them in all sorts. I mean, these would be great to dip in chocolate, to be honest with you, or any kind of, you know, chocolate dips or whatever. I think these would be really good, and that's what they're intended for. They're not intended really to be eaten on their own, but I assume anyway, to be honest, I've just assumed that. I mean, maybe they are filled with cream cheese or meant to be, but it doesn't taste like it to me. It really tastes, maybe it is more like a mascarpone or something. That's why it doesn't really quite taste as bad. I don't really know. I'm not too sure. Can't read the ingredients, but no, very interesting. And these would be great to dip in other things. I'll say I think they missed a trick, and they could do this for all their stuff and fill it with lots of nice flavours. So I think for me, on its own, it's still probably, it's not bad actually. It's got a nice sweetness, a subtle sweetness. I'd probably be tempted to give it a 3 over anything else, but I'm just going to give it the benefit of, say, 3.5. But I think if you had this with, this would be great for dipping other things. And of course, you know, the other end is actually hollow. You know, perhaps I don't know how far down they go. I'll have a look in a second actually. But you could even, you know, dip this in something and scoop it up like that as well. So yeah, I don't know if it's just the bottom bit. Yeah, because it's probably just about the bottom bit where you hold it normally. You know, yeah, it's about this much, roughly. Yeah, which is roughly, roughly about 2.4 centimeters worth is empty at the bottom. Yeah, interesting those ones. I was pleasantly surprised. I was expecting the worst and got something not half bad there. Yeah, those Vitty's Thins I never understood. Yeah, those. Yeah, I've just seen them in Look Back actually. Yes, they were just thin. I mean, I didn't hate them or anything, but yeah, I didn't get them. You know, yeah, just. Did he still do them, Andrew? Have they gone? I think they've gone, haven't they now? But yeah, they were very a bit pointless really. Might just have the regular ones. Yeah, exactly. I'll break it in half. I know. I thought that as well. I think I said that when I reviewed them. Just very bizarre products. Yeah, so just bring out a new one. A very weird one. He just did the craze for them, didn't he? It was the Oreo ones as well, wasn't it? And it was just, I think he was just trying to have some kind of way of having a diet biscuit. But again, like you say, just pointless, yeah. And you'd end up just having 2 of them as well. You just have 2 of them at once and things. I mean, it's just very strange product those. Yeah, no worries. I think they might not. I think they might have others reversed. Okay, check it out. Well, it's interesting. Yeah, well, it's definitely. I definitely think it's a good idea. You know, I guess it's just a classic look, isn't it? The ones with them on the outside. I guess it's kind of a thing, isn't it? But and of course they look a bit more interesting. But there's no reason why you couldn't have them on the inside and on the outside as well. You know. But then maybe that would just be costing too much and this, that, and the other. But you know, yeah. All right, well, we'll do this last one. Why not? I don't. I've done this one before. I wasn't a fan of it at all. It was just too. It really did taste like it was sort of concentrated corn. I did this one. I did the Korea Japan special, and it was. I think because Rick sent me a couple of them. Yeah, and the smell of them as well was. It just really engulfed my senses when I had them. But I'll give them another go while we're here. Why not? 180 calories, 35 gram on this one. 22 grams of fat. 22 grams of fat, 15 of which are saturates, I think. Okay, so I'll give this one a go. Oh dear. Things I do, The things I do. Got something like picture at the top there. I don't know what it's talking about, but it's saying it's got the inside of the corn nubs there or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know. Sweet Home again. Okay. I think that's some kind of children's charity thing, I think, isn't it? Yeah, so interesting that. Children Sweet Home for some. Oh, Smart Recycle there. I don't know them. Okay, interesting. What does that say? Boticon.co.kr. Okay. Interesting. No pain, no gain. We'll give these a go again. Yeah, there we go. So very so that sort of thickness again. Let's give them a try. Oh dear. But yeah. Honestly. It must have been very nice actually. I think this one's just a bit too petite. I don't mind corn generally, but it was a very intense flavour of corn, so to speak. So not too bad this time. Just because I'm expecting it. I feel like last time it was a very strong smell of corn I got last time. I left the box was a different one. I'm sure it's exactly the same, but yeah. I can't quite smell it as doesn't seem to be as intense this time. So if it's just, I don't know if it's just because a few months have gone by and the intensity's gone down a bit. I'm not sure. Which could be the case. No idea. Maybe that's what you need to do, just leave them for a bit to degrade naturally, I don't know. Just go into life experience, yes. Well, let's say I'm a bit more optimistic this time. I said they've come across a bit more muted this time, which is good. I think last time I said they were just a bit too strong. Maybe it's just over time they've calmed down a bit. Maybe it's got 5 healthy ones, and these other 5, I think, or other 4, had a bit of an accident. We need to sneeze. That's me. That's me. Ooh, I think perhaps that's the corn. I don't know, but yes. So let's say they are. Do have a corn smell to them, and it is quite concentrated still. I can tell it's a bit of a concentrated, smell. But there we go. Let's just check it's on 0. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. There we go. So 12.5 basically. Too bad. Alright, so then we'll have it. So it's not bit side, so obviously I'm just going to randomly do it, but about 7mm. Got the thicker base again as well. About 5mm there. Alright, yeah. Although, is that a regular size? Like the no, they were 4, weren't they? They were 4mm, the Pockies. Yeah, 4mm. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's have a look. Put this one back here. So we'll see how this one goes. But oh dear, yes, not too sure. As I say, I had a bit of a bad experience last time. So let's see what we bit too concentrated with. But it seemed not too bad this time. But let's give it a go. Wow, goodness, yeah. I don't know if it was a smell, it was because it was just the taste. Yeah, cracking. It's very it's a strong corn taste. Imagine if corn was like a cordial, and you poured it into a glass, and you didn't add the water to to deconcentrate it. I can't remember what the word is now. I've got what the word is. Dilute it. That's basically, it's as if you're tasting that without adding the water. It's just that strong a corn taste. It's very strong. It's a bit too, I wouldn't say it's it might make it sound worse than it is, but it is too strong for me. It's definitely too strong. I do like corn. I like corn on a cob. I like corn on my pizza, believe it or not. I'm going to like popcorn, of course. No, it's not quite the same thing, but I do generally quite like corn. But this is just a bit too. It's very strong. It's quite creamy as well, so it's got a bit of a funny combination of taste. And it's very strong corn, but made into like a creamy batter that's put on top of the biscuit. So of course it's got the same affair going on the biscuit and stuff, but it's just not my kind of flavour. This one, it's just too strong a corn flavour, really. Yeah, the smell wasn't too bad. I'm sure when I first had them, when I opened the pack, the waft of corn flavour as well just went really up my nose as well, which didn't bode well for the starter. But didn't have that this time, so I don't know why that was. It was just bad luck last time. But yeah, this one is really not for me, unfortunately. But thanks for sending it though, Rico. I think this is one that's just not for me. I think it's just too strong a flavour of corn. So I don't know if it's just me not being brought up on corn. Might always hear some car alarm going off. I know it's gone. Yeah, so there we go. No pain, no gain. Yes, we got to try. I mean, obviously, there's some things I might not try. I think dried fish, whatever it was, is one of them. I think I just not sure I'd ever try, really. Unless it was like a 1 million subscriber special or something. But yeah. But not too bad. But for me, it's not for me, this one. And I say I'm quite a corn fan, so I don't think I can kind of, some of them that I don't like, and say, well, I can appreciate it, and I can still say, well, if you're a fan of this, you can give it that. But I don't know if you can for this one. At least not in the UK. Maybe in Korea, I'll say people's opinions and experiences of corn are a bit different, and maybe it's just a bit more intense over there. But for me, this one, I don't know. I don't know. It's between a 1 and a 1.5, I think. I don't know. Could I give it a 1? It's not quite as bad as a 1, maybe, but I'm sorry, Rick. I'm gonna have to say a 1. I think it's just not. I don't know. I think sometimes I've given it a 1.5, but I just don't think I could stretch to that. I think it's just actively not too pleasant for me. But it's not the worst one I've had. I've had worse ones. I'm just trying to think what constitutes a 1.5. I think it's generally when something just doesn't quite work. It's not horrible or anything, but has some kind of problem with it. But for this one, it's not really a pleasant taste, I must say. Well, enjoy the day to digest. Well, this is it. This is it. We didn't save the best to last, but we saved the most interesting at least, I guess. Do you like these ones, Rick? I mean, what's your opinion on these ones? I mean, what do you think? I mean, I don't know. Very interesting. Anyway, yeah, an interesting flavour. Oh dear. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, well, there we go, guys. So I had a bit of a good special this one. I quite liked it, and there are more wacky flavors out there for Pockies and things. I think is the gist of it. But you know, it's one of those. There's quite a lot of them. I think there's quite a few. But the Pockies are difficult to get in the UK. You can get some Pepiros in the UK, but they tend to be like cookies and cream and maybe one other flavour. But they're still a bit normal. I think they're not quite as like raspberry and strawberry and I don't know, banana or something. There's nothing like that. You can get Micados in the UK, but they tend to just be milk chocolate, I think. And I think Andrew said they did do a white chocolate at one point, but not anymore. And they tend to do like a one with dime as well, I think. So you get, which sounds quite interesting actually, but they tend to be quite, you know, yeah, one of those. Yes, you never eat this one. Not a big fan of. Yeah, I think they're very particular. Those ones are. It's good that they exist. I'm sure there's people who really like them, but not for me and you, I don't think. Oh, thanks for turning up, Rick. Yes, I'll reply to your message as well, by the way. Yes, I'll look inside Discord as well. I'll do that after this, I think. Or I'd have tidied up a bit anyway. For you, they're there for you for tomorrow morning, either way. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been really good. Thank you so much. Really good to see you again, Rick and Joe and Andrew, of course. Yes, and AB and Alan. Always great to see you all. Great to see you all. Anyone else who popped up, I don't think I've missed anyone, but apologies if I haven't. Anyone else who's watching as well, really massively appreciated. Please click the like button if you enjoyed the content, and even if you didn't. Yes, peanut butter, that'll be a good one, Joe. I think that'll be a good one. I think you could definitely, do a bit of dippage with that, couldn't you, with some of them as well, like the more empty ones. But yeah, I should have known you'd say that. Oh, peanut butter definitely one. And yeah, see you later, AB. Really great to see you. Glad you're still about. So thank you so much for continuing to come back. It's really good to see you again. Yeah, well, take care, guys. So you have a good weekend. Let's see. Yeah. Try and do another live Wednesday, I think, or maybe I think I might have to change Stash Watch this week. I'm not sure, so but keep an eye out anyway. It might be Thursday instead, I think. But I might maybe I'll just say, yeah, I'll try and do it on Thursday. Maybe I think we'll see how it goes. But yeah, but just watch out. I might have to change it this week for the first. I don't normally change it, but I might have to this time. Oh, thank you so much, Al. Yes, enjoy your weekend as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, and thanks for all your support. Massively appreciated, really is. So thank you so much. Great to see you. Have a good time. Have a good weekend, Alan. Oh, good to chat to you again, Joe. Oh, thank you. Yes, thanks so much. Have a great weekend and great show. Oh, thank you so much. Really nice of you to say thank you. It really means a lot. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend, Joe, as well. And you, Alan. Oh, and AB and Andrew and Rick, of course. Anyone else is watching, as I say. Have a great one. Thanks again for all your support. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.